Hey, good morning, Spartan Nation. Happy What's Up Wednesday. It is Wednesday, February 12th. We are, almost through this month, but lucky us, we actually get an extra day in February, that elusive leap year day of February 29th. It's like this magical, mystical day where just anything can happen. So I'm going to wait a couple minutes, let people hop on for What's Up Wednesday on today, Wednesday, February 12th. Grab your shake, grab your Energize, grab your water, grab whatever you got. Come on in, and I'll wait just a couple minutes before we get started. Just a couple things to share with you today, and then we'll be about our way to doing the real work that matters, and that is connecting people with our products and programs that help them get results. I just finished my workout. Good morning, Erin. I just finished, I tell you what, week 6 of Bar Blend is no joke, is it? Week 6 is no joke. It's crazy how when we add those little tiny weights, what a big difference those small weights can make. It's so crazy. So I'm loving week 6 already. All right, we'll wait just 1 or 2 minutes and then we're going to get, I know Erin's kicking my booty too. Well, it is a much calmer place in my house this morning than it was last Wednesday on What's Up Wednesday. Welcome to What's Up Wednesday. Today is February 12th. We are kind of halfway through this month. Not quite. We get 29 days in February, which is an amazing gift of an extra day. And today on What's Up Wednesday, I want to talk to you about the value of staying connected. So last weekend, I had the honor of going out to LA for a New Leader Conference. Now, let me set it up just a little bit. We had 4 incredible coaches from Spartan Nation qualify for New Leader Conference, which is a big deal. To qualify for New Leader Conference, it is a big deal. I've actually submitted that challenge to 4 coaches on my Team Cup team right now, that they need to be at New Leader 2021. And I hope that if you have never attended New Leader Conference, you put that on your vision board. I had already passed that rank when they created the New Leader Conference, and it is just the coolest weekend ever. And I got to go out to New Leader. And the reason why I went this year and why I've never gone any other year to support the coaches on our team was because I have no children at home this year. So for the first time ever, I got to attend New Leader Conference just as like on the periphery, just as a spectator. I was not able to attend any of the workshops. I was not able to do any of the workouts, none of that. I was simply there to cheer on and clap for our 4 Spartan Nation coaches who are out there representing us, Rihanna, Kristen, Sandra, and Diane. And what a joy and honor that was for me to just be able to kind of clap it out for them and do we had a little kind of cocktail hour on Friday night, and they had some really great sessions, some really great learning, some really great growth. And then we did a little Disney, and Sandra and Diane did a little beach on Saturday. So it was a really great weekend. But here's the thing, corporate is very, they're just huge advocates of the new leaders coming out and the veteran leaders not being involved whatsoever. And it was funny because a couple times they're like, what are you doing? Why are you here? You got to let your leader soar. And I said, no, you don't understand. You don't understand. I am at New Leader Conference for 2 reasons. One, because I do want to support my new coaches that are emerging leaders, and I want to be there if they have questions. I want to kind of sort of be their North Star a little bit if they need it, however much they need it, whatever. And also just to cheer them on, and then to do a little celebration because they earned this amazing honor. But I was also there for me. I was there for me. On a random February weekend, I could pick up and go to Los Angeles for the weekend. I was there for me as much as I was there to celebrate, to cheer on, to lift up, to recognize our Spartan Nation coaches who had earned this big honor. I was also there for me. Let me tell you why. One fact that I have learned to be 100% true in this business, I learned it a long time ago, And I have seen it play out over and over and over again, without fail, 100% of the time. The more engaged we stay in our business, with our team, with our fitness, with our nutrition, the more engaged we stay, specifically with our team, the bigger business, the bigger impact we can make. Period. 100% of the time. There is no exception to this rule. I've seen it play out over and over again. I've seen it play out in 20 years of group fitness. I've seen it play out in 12 years of being a coach. So when our 4 Sparta Nation coaches qualified for the huge honor of being at New Leader, and I truly, truly hope that if you have not had the chance to attend this, you put it on your vision board and you get out there. It's a really, really great weekend, and they treat you so well. It's really cool. I wanted to be there to cheer them on. Yes. I wanted to be there to celebrate and recognize them. Yes. I wanted to do something special for our coaches that were there. I wanted to have a little Friday night cocktail hour. Absolutely. But I also knew that it's February in the Midwest. It is as I told Kristen when we were out there, a gray, wet blanket of grossness over the top of us right now. January, February, and March are, without question, the busiest months of our business because everyone has their 2020, in this case, resolutions, their New Year's resolutions. But they're also sometimes, they feel like the longest sometimes because if you live in the Midwest, as so many of us do, it's just, the weather's just and you build a business online, so you're behind your laptop, you're on your phone, you're kind of in this routine, and you can get a little like, And I've seen it on social media. I've seen a lot of coaches kind of talking about it on social media. I've had a lot of one-on-ones this week, and some of that same sort of feeling like, I'm just kind of feeling blah. Well, we're 6+ weeks into this new year, but we're also 6+ weeks into winter, and it's gross and it's gray. And we're in our routine, and we're in our morning routine, and we're doing all the things, and we're working hard, and we're helping people. And it's, you just sort of get into that flywheel. But at the same time, it can feel a little gray. It can feel a little bit gray. And to have the opportunity to go out to LA for a weekend, I stepped into the lobby of that hotel. It is filled with 400 coaches out of the entire network. Only 400 coaches qualified for this event. 400 new leader coaches who are so on fire and excited for their business and the potential of their business and what they can do with this business. I stepped into the lobby of that amazing hotel, and first of all, I'm looking at the view of Hollywood. I'm immediately inspired. I'm feeling the energy and the enthusiasm and the excitement of these new coaches. I'm immediately inspired. I get to touch base a little bit with some of my corporate mentors. That keeps me plugged in. I got to spend Friday morning with Joel Freeman and Elise and just hang out and have conversation, immediately inspired. I got to take a couple soul cycle classes. I got to be outside in the sunshine and blue sky. I got to look out my hotel window at the Hollywood sign. I was at New Leader Conference for me as much as I was to celebrate our coaches, because all of those pieces, just walking into the lobby and feeling those new leaders' energy, feeling that enthusiasm, touching base with my corporate mentors, seeing our trainers, immediately I am plugged right back in to why I love this business so much. That was on purpose. I did that with intention. It was deliberate. I went out to LA to plug in to that energy. I literally took my plug and put it into the socket of energy to refill my own personal bucket. As much as I was there, it is the coolest thing ever. And you all know this. When our challengers and our coaches create success, it's the coolest thing ever to watch that happen. But you've got to keep your own bucket full. And I remember 12 years ago when I started in this business, I remember a coach at that time and a good friend of mine, Tommy Migrant, said to me a phrase that I've never forgotten, and I've used it in all aspects of life. And that is, you got to stay close to the fire. You got to stay close to the fire. He was referring specifically to the business and the fire being your team, your business, all aspects of your business, but especially the community of it. You've got to stay close to the fire, because the minute you start to back away from that, absolutely 100%, I've seen it without fail over 12 years, your business will decline. Period. There are no exceptions to this rule. If there were, I would have seen them over the course of 12 years. So if you're like, well, that's not true, I got to tell you, I will fight you on that, because I've seen it over 12 years, over and over and over and over again. The coaches who disengage, the coaches who disconnect, the coaches who are not intentionally, deliberately keeping themselves close to the fire, keeping themselves connected with the products, the programs, and this team, this community, are the coaches who are not building a business. Their business will decrease. It is 100% true. So you're in no danger of my business going anywhere or decreasing. I am a lifer. I am in this for the long haul, but I'm also human. And I need to make sure, as I ask you over and over and over again, what inspires you? I need to make sure that I'm asking myself that question as well and modeling that behavior. And I knew for a fact that going out to LA for the weekend, being in sunshine, blue sky, around that energy, around my people, I knew would inspire me. I knew it would fill my bucket. I knew it would light me back on fire. Not that my fire ever goes away, but we all need those flames fanned on a regular basis. We all have to keep our bucket filled, because what do we do as coaches? We fill other people's buckets on the regular. What do we do? Most of us are female on this team. Most of us are wives, our parents. And so what are we doing all day long? Not even in our business. We're filling other people's buckets. We're making sure everybody else is taken care of. But we can't do that for others if our own bucket isn't filled. It's why I ask you over and over and over again, what inspires you? Because if you cannot answer that question, we have a larger problem. So once you know what inspires you, for me, it's live events. It always has been. It always will be. It's being in a room with other people who get it. It's being in a room where you could shut the door and go, we're about to work out for 2 hours. And everybody in the room goes, yes, let's go. It's being in a room where when you go energized, people are like, hey, can I have some of that? Like, they know. You talk about Shakeology recipes. You talk about the business. It's being in a room with people who are on fire to serve and to help others, to create impact, to create legacy. When I am in a room filled with those people, I tap back into why I love this business so much. So on purpose, by intention, and because I can, I picked up and went to New Leader Conference in LA for the weekend. Because I can. I have built, over the 12 years of being a coach, a business where I didn't have to worry if I had the finances to do it. I didn't have to worry if I was going to be able to afford a plane ticket or the hotel, or if I was going to have to, I didn't have to worry about if I could do something for my coaches that weekend. I've built a business over 12 years where I could do that. And guess what? If I was teaching high school English these last 12 years, there's no way in hell that would be happening. First of all, I wouldn't have the time off. Secondly, I'd have to ask permission to do it. And thirdly, I wouldn't have enough money to do it. So the fact that I have invested in this business for 12 years has created an opportunity where I could pick up and go to LA for the weekend. And I did that intentionally so I could stay close to the fire. I have to stay close to the fire. You have to stay close to the fire. 100% every single time, without exception. The value of being present and showing up and knowing what inspires you and being intentional about it will help you create a business that changes lives, including your own. 100% without exception, when you disconnect and disengage from the community, your business will decrease. 100% without exception. I could go down the list of my personal coaches in my downline and tell you which ones are engaged in our community, in our team, in the products, in the programs, in the fitness and nutrition, and I can see that reflected in their business. I could go down the list of my personal coaches and tell you which ones aren't and see that reflected in their business. When you choose to step away from the fire, your business will decrease. Now, here's the other part of it that is so interesting to me. Let's dissect the pieces of the business for a moment. What do we do as coaches? What do we have in this business? We have fitness. We know 100% without exception that what we do in our workouts transfers into our life. We know that. We know that when we can do one more squat or one more push-up or one more lunge, when we can do that, when we can push a little bit harder in our workouts, that transfers into our lives. I have watched so many coaches over the past 12 years take what they do in their at-home workouts and transfer to maybe now they're running a marathon, or they're doing an ultra marathon, or they're doing some other kind of competition, and they've taken what they learned in their fitness and they transfer it and let it grow and expand in other areas of their life. So we know that what we do in our workouts makes our life better. Okay, that's part one. We know that when we fuel our bodies well, Shakeology, energize, like what do we even do before energize? I don't even know. And y'all, mixed berry energize, oh my gosh, I cannot wait. So we know when we fuel our bodies well, we operate at a higher level. We know that. Okay, so we've got fitness and what we do in our workouts that makes our life better. We've got nutrition and fueling our bodies that makes our life better. We've got personal development. We've got putting amazing stuff in our brains via books, via podcasts, via team calls, via trainings, all of that, which makes us better. And then we've got this community of positive, passionate people who are all on a mission to live their best life and use this business to do it. We've got these incredible components. Oh, and mixed in there is also the ability to make some money. All of that, every single piece taken by itself makes us a better human. Our fitness makes us a better human. Our nutrition makes us a better human. Personal development absolutely makes us a better human. I have dog hair on my face, sorry, because I was kissing my dog before I started this. And now I have dog hair by lip gloss. The community makes us better because it lifts us up and supports us and helps us, see our potential. And then we've got this opportunity to earn income. So every single piece of it individually enhances our life, every single piece of it. But we get to mix all of that together in this incredible soup of awesomeness that actually makes us better humans. Actually makes us better humans. Every single bit of it, every single bit taken on its own makes us better humans. So why would we ever disconnect, disengage, and step away from something that actually makes us better humans on this planet? And when we feel ourselves kind of like, oh gosh, I just feel like I've been, in this routine for a while and I'm not feeling the fire, we have to be so intentional about getting close to the fire. It's exactly why I went to LA this weekend. Because I knew, even though I didn't really feel my fire dwindling, because we have incredible new coaches on our team who are on fire themselves, I didn't really feel my fire dwindling. I also know in these 3 months, for me personally, with no children at home, which is hard for me. They just went back at the end of January, so that's hard for me. With my husband in both recruiting and spring ball, and the weather being disgustingly gray, a gray wet blanket, I know this is a time where I can start to be like, I know that about myself. Y'all, we have to be self-aware. We can't just float through life and wonder why we're not accomplishing our goals and our dreams. We have to be self-aware. I know that about myself. So when 4 of our incredible Sparta Nation coaches qualified for a new leader conference, I made a promise to them and to myself that I would go, not just to support them, because I knew that it would take my plug and plug it right back into the socket of energy and excitement, and I would come back with my bucket filled. I knew that. So I did it on purpose, with intention. So now I know I've already clocked down, I've already looked at my calendar. So now I know I am digging in, because I also find extreme inspiration and value into being home and like super diving into a routine. I love that. I love like the and getting stuff done. I love that too. So I love that. And then I need a little break, a little refill. And then I come right back in. I dive right back into that routine. There's something so empowering about just a solid work routine. And then I know I've got Punta Cana in March. Refill my bucket. Once again, I refill my bucket. I'm not going to Punta Cana because I love Punta Cana. I don't love the Hard Rock. I'm going to Punta Cana to be around people who we speak the same language, to take my plug and charge it back into the power source. That's why I'm going to Punta Cana. Not because I love the Hard Rock. I don't drink. I could care less about all-inclusive, ever. I'm going there to recharge my battery, because that's going to recharge me till the next, whatever the next might be. Okay, then in May, the first weekend of May, I'm going to a storytelling conference put on by Kendra Hall. Awesome. I'll recharge there. It's not Beachbody. It doesn't have to be to recharge. It doesn't have to be to fill your bucket. I'm going to go to New York in May, and I'm going to go to a storytelling conference. I'm going to learn how to be a better storyteller. And then I'm going to find something. And then, do you understand? It's a constant intention of keeping my bucket filled and staying close to the fire. I don't care about Punta Cana. I do care about staying close to the fire. I do care that when Carl Deichler or Joel Freeman or Elise or whoever happens to be at Punta Cana looks out into the audience, that I am sitting right there in the front row, absorbing what they're giving me, so I can bring that fire back to you and to my customers, to the customers I don't even have yet. I care about keeping my battery charged, my fire burning, my bucket filled. That's the only way that I can be the best servant to this team and to the customers and the people I haven't even met yet. Has to be intentional. So if you have disengaged and disconnected and you've wondered why your business doesn't feel as fun anymore, it's because you've disengaged and disconnected. It's also because you've made the decision in your head that the business isn't fun anymore. So then you just disengaged and disconnected more, and now you've forgotten what you used to love about the business because you disengaged and disconnected. We have to be so intentional, because life, especially now in the Midwest, again, can get very much to-do list. And the days can roll into each other looking like a gray, wet blanket. And we wake up, we're like, crap, where'd the month go? I'm so bleh. Well, that's a choice. That's a choice. What are you doing to keep your bucket filled? Let's talk about some of the stuff that you can do to stay plugged in. Starting off on Monday's National Wake Up Call. Are you plugging in and listening to it? Of course, if you can listen to it live and watch it live, that's best. That doesn't happen to work for everyone. Some people are working full-time jobs. Maybe it's your kids' nap time. Maybe it's preschool pickup time. But watching it live and watching those comments and watching those questions, what a beautiful way to stay connected, because chances are someone's going to ask a question that you're thinking too. That's another way we stay connected, by realizing we all have some of the same questions, some of the same feelings. Nobody's in this on their own. Just because you happen to be at home behind your laptop by yourself, it doesn't mean you're actually in this business on your own, or that you're the only one in the world feeling all the feelings. You know, I said yesterday, I was doing an Instagram story, I was talking about my shake and how I always drink my shake first. It's the first meal I have in the day. About noon, I drink my shake because I have some digestive issues. I'm not the only woman in the world who has digestive issues. Literally, someone messaged me and said, oh, wow, I thought I was the only one who had that. Are you kidding me? Out of 7 billion people, you're the only female in the world who has digestive issues? No. So we have to stay connected and understand that everybody who's doing this business is feeling the same feelings and having the same questions. So how can we stay connected right out of the gate? Monday, we have the National Wake Up Call. If you earn Success Club, once a month, you have an opportunity to engage again with someone else. We had Bonnie, we had Moira. I actually think I am March. And we've got this opportunity as an extra for Earning Success Club to stay engaged that way. Okay, now what happens on Tuesdays? Tuesdays we have a team call, collaborative Superstar Diamond team call. Last night was Summer Tucker and she set it on fire. We get an opportunity to hear from other coaches. We get to hear other voices that might speak to us in a way that connects with us. Another way to keep ourselves recharged. What else could we do? Maybe you have a success pod. Maybe you have a success partner. I have my Team Cup team, just like many of you do too, and we're going to have a call today at 12:15. Another way to stay connected. We stay connected via a call every week and a message thread where we are talking daily, usually hourly. We are talking with each other. We are staying connected. How else can you stay connected? Can you do live videos in your Challenge Tracker app? Can you do live videos on your social media and get that interaction? Can you meet up with your coaches in person? Are you local? Can you arrange a live event? Can you do Zooms with your success thread so that you're seeing each other? Can you do Zooms with your workouts? I know Amber does a Zoom with her workouts and her challenges every morning at like 5 a.m. Eastern time. That's crazy. That's awesome. That's how she stays connected. There are so many ways to stay connected that if you're not, you're simply making that choice. But if you're making that choice, there is no reason why or no way to wonder why your business is decreasing. It's because you're not being intentional about staying connected. Now, let me be very clear. You don't have to be thinking about this business and Beachbody 24/7. But I also want to be clear on this. This business is such a part of who I am that it infiltrates everything I do because it's made me better in every single way. When we go back to those individual pieces of the business, the fitness, the nutrition, the personal development, the community, and the income, and you take all those individual pieces and you think about the ripple effect. What if I would have disconnected from this business and not engaged in the community and not created a team? None of you would be here. What if I had disconnected from this business and not used it as a platform to earn income? My girls would not be in college. Do you see the ripple effect that every single piece of this business can have on our lives, that when taken together in this incredible stew of awesomeness makes us better humans? So we have to stay so intentional about being connected to it to become the best person that we can be. That's what it will uncover for us. You know, I said to my coaches this weekend, I don't think my job as a coach for anyone is to set goals for you. My job's not to set goals for you. My job, I believe, is to show you where we're going to go, to show you the potential of what we can do, and to push you harder than you would push yourself. I think my job is the same as when you come take one of my live classes. I believe a person steps into a live group fitness class because they are giving a little bit of the responsibility of motivation and inspiration over to that instructor. And they're saying, I probably wouldn't push myself as hard on my own, so I'm coming into a group fitness class. And I'm expecting this instructor to push me harder and make me work harder than I would on my own. That's what I think my job is. I think my job as a coach is the same as when I step in to teach fitness. It's not to set the goals, just like it's not when you step into my class to take my live fitness class. I don't know what your goal is, and my job's not to set that goal for you. My job is to push you harder than you would do on your own. Do you know why? Because I see unbelievable, untapped potential in you. I see it. I know it. I know it's there. And my job is to help you dig it out and let it shine for the entire world to see. We do that best when we stay connected. When we take our little plug and put it into the power source and stay connected. That helps remind us of what our potential is and what the potential of this business is and why we continue to stay involved. If you remember these goals that we set in January, I hope you can see this. Where we are, we're a 10-time elite team. How many other teams have accomplished that goal in the network? Only 2. You and one other. That's it. You made history in 2019. But in 2020, we're going to become an 11-time elite team, and we're going to do it by summit. I've got about 8 new coaches in 2019 and 2020, personally sponsored coaches who know they have a direct impact on this and have taken that baton and are running with it. And one of the pieces that they are doing so well right now is staying connected to me and to each other. That's what they're doing so well right now. It's why they are running so hard and why they are hitting Success Club and why they are staying on fire, because they are staying connected. They have taken that baton and they said, I'm running and I'm staying connected to my team because we're going to make this happen together. We talked about how many transformations that we each want to create. I asked you to set a number. It's not my job to set the number for you. My job is to push you to set that number higher, and my job is to give you resources to help you reach that number. How close are you to creating the amount of transformations that you want to create? Because most of you, when I asked that question back in December in the team page, said 50 plus. You wanted to create 50 plus transformations. You wanted to help people transform in 2020, and you want to help at least 50 people do that. How close are you? And if you're not there, how can you connect more deeply and engage more deeply with the team, with the resources, with everything this community and business has to offer to help you get there? We also set a goal because, again, I asked in the team page. I didn't just make this number up. I asked in the team page. We want 100 plus coaches to earn 75 plus success points this year. Did you see the board for January? You guys, you are off the hook starting this year on fire. Just because it's kind of gray and gross outside and we're 6 weeks into the new year, we can't lose that. So what do we have to do? We have to get intentional about staying connected, because this is the goal that we have set, because this is the number that you set. So how are we going to get there? We're going to have 50 team builders, 30 team leaders, 20 premier leaders, and 10 elite teams on Sparta Nation this year. That's going to take some work, and that's going to take some intention. It's going to take some purpose. And I want you to hear me very clearly when I say this. This business is not hard. This business is not hard. It takes work. It takes intention. It takes resilience, and it takes persistence. But it's not hard. If you think it is, I want you to redefine your definition of hard. Hard is fighting cancer. Hard is watching your child fight cancer. We have team members doing both. Hard is losing a parent or a loved one. Hard is your spouse being deployed overseas. Let's redefine hard. And let's accept the fact that this business, if we're going to create legacy and impact, if we're going to change lives, this business is going to take both some bravery and some discomfort. And that's where the magic happens. This business will take work. It is not hard. There is stuff in life that is hard. This business is not one of them, because every single bit of this business, every single component of this business makes our life better, makes us better humans on this planet if we engage and stay intentional with it. If we decide we're just doing the fitness, but we're not doing the nutrition, we're not going to get the results, and we're not going to be the best person we can be. If we decide we're going to do the fitness and nutrition, but we are not doing that personal development stuff, I just can't read, I'm just not doing it, then you're saying, I just really don't want to be the best human that I can be. If you say, well, I might build this business, but I'm really not doing this whole team thing. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to build this business on my own. Probably not. And I've seen that over 12 years. The key to lasting success in this business, over and over and over again, I've seen it and I've lived it, is intentional connection and engagement. Period. Intentional connection and engagement. 100% of the time. And 100% of the time, when we disconnect and disengage, our business will decrease. 100% of the time, when we are engaged and connected, our business will grow. And the cool part about that, when we say that, that means our impact grows. It means we grow as humans. And it does not mean that you have to build some superstar diamond business that makes you $1 gazillion. I'm all here if you want to do that. But really what I want you to use this business to do is to become a better human. And the best way to do that is by engaging in all the components and staying engaged and connected. And that's going to take intention. It's going to take purpose. And it's going to take work. But what it's not is hard, because every bit of it makes you better. And none of that is hard. All of that is awesome. So what are your action items as we wrap up this What's Up Wednesday? What are some action items? Well, first of all, you have to decide what inspires you. And then you have to put it in your life with intention. I know without question that live events inspire me. I know that live events inspire me. So I, with intention and on purpose, will make sure I have live events, both Beachbody and not, in my life. It keeps my bucket filled. What inspires you? Do it. Figure it out and do it. You cannot serve others. You cannot fill other people's buckets. You cannot make an impact. You cannot change lives if you are not first filling your own bucket and changing your own life. You cannot. So you have to make sure that you are being very intentional about keeping your bucket filled and doing the things that you need to make that happen. For me, that's live events. What is it for you? Figure that out. Number 2, think of all the resources and trainings and opportunities and situations that we have that you can stay plugged into this team. And you're going to take your little plug and you're going to put it into that socket and charge yourself up. It's the National Wake Up Call. It's the Beachbody Champions page, which y'all has so much training and resources on it that if you ever said, gosh, I wonder how to do fill in the blank, go to the Champions page, because there's something on there that will help you. Go to their YouTube channel. You could for days watch trainings and resources and listen to stories of human beings just like us who have taken this business and created incredible change in their lives. So there's another resource. You have files in this team page. You have my YouTube channel where all of our Sparta Nation team calls are. You've got resources upon resources upon resources upon resources. So if you're feeling like, because it's gray, and we're in the middle of February in the Midwest, then it's on you to change that. And if you're not sure how, and I've just given you some reasons and or some ways to do it, and you're still not sure how, then put that question in this thread and say, I still feel lost. I still feel unmotivated. What can I do? My first step for you would be, you better be doing a program. I 100% can tell you, if I'm not plugged into my fitness, my business reflects it. Period. If I'm not plugged into my personal development, my business reflects it. Period. If I'm not talking to my coaches, my business reflects it. Period. One of the best actions I took in 2020 was one-on-one masterminds. And here's what's funny. I get messages from those of you that I talked to afterwards, like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. No, thank you. Thank you for taking 30 minutes of your day to connect with me, because listening to you fills my bucket. I know that. So I'm doing it on purpose with intention so I can help you, so that we can come back to this and become an 11-time elite team. So we can talk about how many transformations you want. So we can talk about how we're going to have these 100 coaches who earn 75 plus Success Club points. How we can talk about being a team builder, being a team leader, being a premier leader, being an elite team. Because that's where we're going, y'all. That's where we're going. How do we get there? We stay connected, on purpose, with intention, period. Zero exceptions, 100% of the time. If you find yourself uninspired, unmotivated, and feeling as great as it is outside, it's time to reconnect. And that is what's up on this Wednesday. Have a great day.